So Gareth again, my wife is Lee. We've been married now for 8.5 years. We got 2 boys, Asher and Jesse. I don't think mentoring really is something that I had spent a ton of time thinking about. You know, after kind of going through the long list of all the reasons not to do it, I've learned that you have to also think about the reasons of, okay, well, like, let's just at least explore why I maybe can do it. I just had this prompting from the Holy Spirit, and I know that sounds a little bit cliche here in a church environment, but that's the reality. It was just this prompting of the Holy Spirit. I think it was really at that point about, okay, am I going to be obedient and make the commitment and see what happens and just trust Jesus in this, that he'll provide the time, he'll provide the capacity that we'll be able to work through that. So that's really kind of where I landed. It's like, okay, we can do that. So when he and I were matched up, he was 11, almost 12. He had a lot of the same interests that I did. He was a Steelers fan, I was a Chicago Bears fan, so like right off the bat, there was just some friendly kind of competition there, and just talking about football, and he loved to play football. He got to see Asher and Jesse be born. He got to see and grow up with it, right? Like, he just was integrated into our life. You know, he did dinners with us sometimes on a Friday night. He sat and we played board games together. But he really just did provide just a whole new perspective on how to look at things. The things that he was dealing with in life were things that I just didn't have to navigate through in life. I think initially I probably put a little bit too much pressure on myself, that I had to have this like kind of all figured out. I didn't need to be this kid's dad, or I didn't need to be this kid's teacher. I just needed to be consistent. Like, I really learned early that in some instances, in some way, shape, or form, his life was the opposite of consistent. It was inconsistent. There was chaos at times, there was uncertainty at times, and I think him sitting around a table and seeing how a godly family, definitely not a perfect family, to be loud and clear, right? But even the beauty in that, right? Like, hey, we're not a perfect family, but we are a family that pursues God. And just seeing that show up in just kind of the simple ways, right? Taking the time to pray before dinner, taking the time to like go around the table and say, hey, what are we thankful for? Like, those are very simple, intentional things that really was just trying to show him the love of Jesus. I'd be lying if I said I know the exact number of the wait list right now, but it's in the hundreds, and so the need is great. It's not like we're talking about a few kids here that are kind of waiting in the wings and hoping that someone, you know, steps into this in obedience. There are a lot of kids that are waiting for someone to step up and step into this. I mean this as sincerely as I can probably say it. I'm just a regular guy. What I did was I showed up, I was consistent, I was obedient, I kept Jesus at the center of it, and I simply tried to get to know someone that I didn't know, and have a little bit of fun doing that.